Hey, what's up YouTube? Cryptic response. We are chilling at my base. I am getting ready to do a build really quickly. As you can see, I've got some stuff set up. I'm gonna build a house on this cobblestone circle. And this may be familiar. I am going to be building a Smeltery from Tinker's Construct. It is a somewhat decently easy ore doubling for those of us. Not only that, you can use it in conjunction with other mods. You can actually kind of make this automatic. You pull out. You can use fluid pipe. You can use a fluid pipe, some thermal expansion. You can use item ducts and everything else to get this going. Now, the first off, what you already seen me doing was the 3x3 base. Now, everything goes on the outside. The rest of this goes on the outside edges of that 3x3 base. That is going to form the bottom of our smeltery. Now, you can actually make this with just one level, but it only smelts about 9 ores at a time. Every level that you add to it, which I don't know exactly what the limit is, but I know you can go pretty high with this. You can actually just store your metals in liquid form in the Tinker's Construct Smeltery. I don't like doing that. And in any combination of items, you can use drains, you can use smeltery drains, you can use smeltery glass. There are smeltery tanks, which I believe these are. I like them a little bit better than the other glass. You can, and of course you need a smeltery controller and everything else. You can have them on a solid level, like I kind of forgot over here. And get our shared tank and our smeltery controller. Give me a second here. Okay, there we go. So, the smeltery controller, as you can see, I built a 2-tier one right now, which we have 18 slots. So, every level you add, you get another 9 slots. As we've seen before, I don't like getting overrun with monsters wearing much better armor than what I have, so sleeping through the night is necessary. Now I'm going to break these two and we're going to show you how I built. Don't know why I did that, but we're going to show you why I built, or how I built most of these items. Put that back really quick. Okay, so wrong chest. Okay, there we go. I guess missing glass. Do not know where the glass got. Okay. Need 20 exactly. Back up here, do some crafting. Okay, so we are going to start off with the clear glass, which, like I said, can be used as tanks also. Now, cross pattern of 5 and then brick on each side. We're going to need 4 of them because I'm going to build this up 2 more levels. And next to bricks, I think we're going to need about 16, but we got some other pieces to make really quick. And then this is a U shape with the opening up that makes the casting basin. And then the opposite of that is the casting table. Now, you may be wondering how I made the smeltery controller. And the smeltery controller is simple. It's just around the outside of bricks, kind of like a chest. Now, to get the a tank, seared tank, you just put a piece of glass in the center. Okay, that should work. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I believe. Let's go finish this up. So, one of the advantages to having this huge is that all of the ores that you put in here actually all melt at the same period of time. So, the more space you have, the more you can do at once. Instead of having a 9, you put 9 in, you get 9 out. In that same amount of time, you get 18 or 36, or however many levels you have. So, it is advantageous. Yeah. Maybe I didn't need 16. My bad. But it is advantageous to have a larger smeltery. I usually don't go more than a smeltery that holds a stack. But I don't know, you never know. I think I might actually build a couple of these because you can actually, you might not be able to see it, but it did add those extra 2 or the extra 18 items in there. But like I said, you can actually use like thermal expansion. You grind up ores and you get extras every once in a while, 10%. I think 15% is the highest chance that you get of extra ores. Need some lava to get into this thing, which I did pre-prepare by going and filling some portable tanks. And we need some fluid ducts, which you make by lead in the middle, copper on both sides. Get about 9, that should do 18. So, literally all you have to do is hook up the item duct here. I am gonna need a crescent hammer, which I think I have, I'm not too sure. Be downstairs. There we go. So, get our crescent hammer and the direction that we want this to flow in, which this is going to be the output. We do that. Now, these fluid ducts need a redstone signal to work. So, okay, so I thought I could set this. I thought tops and bottoms. It's changing. This one is blue, those are orange. Yes, because they're interconnected. I guess not. Okay, well, anyway, you need a redstone signal applied to those outgoing sections of the pipe to actually get it to flow, but these pipes will pull out fluids from one inventory to another. So, we've got that set to out to pull from the tank. Turn this on, and it actually starts to fill our seared tank. And there we go. A 4-tiered level smeltery. How about we get to making some of the good stuff? Oh yeah, I cannot forget about this stuff. This goes down here. I put both of my drains right here. Each one needs a drain opening, a drain above it. As I am showing you right here, put my basin here and my casting table here. We also need some seared faucets. And then to use these seared faucets, literally all you do is right click on them. So, which this, what we're going to be making is aluminum brass. You need 3 pieces of aluminum to make a piece of copper. Now, which this aluminum is from Tinker's Construct. This aluminum is from Galacticraft. I left them both because I didn't know they were going to be interchangeable, but as I've messed with it, I've found out that they are actually interchangeable in the Smeltery. So, each one of these will convert into 2 ingots of aluminum. So, we'll just, screw it. Put it all in there. But you need a 3-to-1 ratio of aluminum to copper. So, that is going to be about 12 ingots of aluminum and about 4 ingots of copper. Let that smelt up. As you can see, aluminum and copper heat up pretty quickly. Once you get into the harder metals and obsidian, stuff like that, it does take quite a bit longer to smelt that into its liquid form. There we go, molten aluminum. And anything that isn't from Tinker's Construct that it really doesn't know what to do with, well, at least not too much of what to do with, it will show up as cobblestone in here. Look at that, aluminum brass. We are going to need this for making casts. Which the first one we want to get is an ingot cast. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click with the ingot in our hand onto the table. Right click on the drain. As you can see, it solidifies. Then we pull out that and the ingot, and we have an ingot cast. There we go. So, seeing as we have some more aluminum brass, there is a Tinker's Construct tool that I want to get to make my life a little easier. Throw that back in there. So we got our Tinker's Construct tool station builder, pattern chest and whatnot, stencil table. Let's get these lined up. Okay, so need a pickaxe. Okay, so here we're going to put our stencil table, pattern chest, part builder, and our tool station over here. Okay, so to get started in this, get our blank patterns, throw them into the stencil table, and then we are going to go looking for patterns. It has a list of all the patterns. It's getting dark. We'll be right back after a word from our Enderman sponsor. Okay, so back to this. Every time you come in, you exit out of the GUI and come back in, you're going to get this going like this. So I know I'm going to need a tough tool rod pattern, a tough binding pattern, a large plate pattern, and a broad axe head pattern. Okay, so misplaced that. Our part builder got put in the wrong spot. There we go. Get our sticks. Get our sticks. Put our builder down. Voila. Okay, so now we have our patterns. Our patterns will all fit in pattern chests. Patterns are the only things that will fit in pattern chests. And that's not true. You can also put ingot cast or any kind of cast in there. So you get your tough tool rod pattern. What we're going to do is get cobblestone. Now you can make it out of several different items: wood, flint, all this other good stuff, until you get to metals. Metals have to be smelted, and you have to make patterns. Now the tough tool binding, we're going to keep that stone one. Oh jeez, why did I do that? I thought I switched that. Literally, I just put it back in there. Whatever. Okay, so I can make an ingot cast out of that one and use the other one. Broad axe, and each one of these actually tells you how many materials it's going to cost to build the part, which doesn't matter if you're making it out of cobblestone or iron or manilium, I think it's called. But anyway, it is an absolute part value. Now that we have these pieces, we could make a stone axe, a stone broad axe or lumber axe. But I want a little bit more, I want a tool with a little bit more durability and faster mining speed, of course. So, voila. Now, jeez, I want a pattern chest down here too. I think I had one made, but I'm not too sure. Did I leave it? No, I have that stuff in there. Let's put this down right here. Now, all of these tables and everything else actually use these patterns to build them too, which a pattern chest is basically a chest. Crap, I had one. Okay, yay. With one of those blank patterns on top of it. So we'll go stick this downstairs. To be honest with you, I should have just took a inventory. Okay, so we'll open this up, throw our casts in here. Get this stuff ready to go. Throw that in there, and literally all you have to do is right click with the part, put it in there, pour out your bronze. Your aluminum bronze. I believe you can make it out of gold too. I don't know what the advantages, disadvantages. As far as I know, gold would have a lower melting point, so I really have no idea how it logistically works into this. So, casting base in. Each block takes 9, just like you'd craft it in your normal crafting station, except you pour it out on this one. And you let it solidify. Once it solidifies, you literally just right click on either the basin or the block itself, and out it comes. Oh. Now, I knew this was going to happen, but no need to worry. There is a solution for this. Get rid of these really quick. And where are they? There we go. Okay, so fluid ducts transfer all liquids, including liquids coming from the smelteries. So what we're gonna do is trying to avoid this center piece of glass. We are going to, where we go, crescent hammer, connect this one, which to shift click and close that off. This is going to be the output. And what we want here, make sure it doesn't go back into the smeltery. Pipe there. We need a lever back there. I know I had another stick somewhere. Do I have cobblestone? Stick, cobblestone. I love inventory tweaks. Okay, we put our lever back there. Activate it. And, oh yeah. Switches to output mode. Outputs it straight to our ingot cast. And we just sit here and right click. Now this is part of the tedious part of Tinker's construct, but there are ways around it. Well, as you can see, you can move them around, move these molten fluids around with liquid ducts. So there we go. Let's put our faucets back. Sorry about that. Get our ingot cast out of here and put this stuff away. Now let's get some of that iron I mined out earlier. Do I want anything else right now? Let's get some gold. And I believe osmium is about the only ore that will not smelt up in here. I don't know if the dust will. I don't think I've tried that. I tried the osmium ore, it didn't work, so I just gave up to it on it. So we're smelting gold and iron at the same time. Each one of these is going to give us 2 output, just like throwing it through a macerator or anything else. And then as it smelts, it's going to use fuel. But seeing as we have this lava tank, we are never going to run out of fuel. Which I need to find a way to automate that a little better. And while we're waiting, try to clear up some of my inventory. I need one of those. As you can see, I've got a little farm. I'm going to destroy part of it. I think I showed you that last time, but let's talk about the tool station. Tool station is where we're going to be assembling our lumber axe. As you can see, it's not on here because this is a basic tool station. So we are going to need some items for that. We're going to need 4 blocks of iron and about 3 blocks of seared bricks. So I am going to finish cooking this stuff up, and I will get back to you when I'm done. Oh, and this is another cool mechanic. You can switch whatever you're working on to the bottom. So if you want to pour out your iron, you just switch your iron down to the bottom. You want to go back to gold, you just click on the gold, it comes back out. Alright, back in a little bit. Okay, so we're back. We have all the tools necessary to get this poppin'. So like I said, we're going to need 4 blocks of iron, 3 blocks of seared bricks, and our old tool station, which makes a tool forge. With the tool forge, you can make bigger, better weaponry. As you can see, we have a list of a couple more tools, about 5 or 6 of them. But these tools are a lot more powerful than the other ones. Most of these use those larger patterns, like the tough tool rod and everything else. But this is our lumber axe. So we are going to start casting the lumber axe. And the reason this is taking so long is because, like like I said, each one of these parts takes more than 1 ingot. 1 ingot flows out pretty quickly, but when you're dealing with 8 for that large plate, 3 for the iron tough rod, and then another 8 for this axe head, it does take a little bit longer to pour out. So there we go. Let's put these patterns away because my inventory is kind of locked up. Let's get to the tool making. Oh. Yeah, I hate that. Okay, so we select lumber axe up at the top. We put in our components where they're supposed to be going. Now, the reason I opted for a stone tough binding is because that is going to give me breaking on it. Now, you can also name your tools. What you want to do is you want to name your tool before you pull it out the first time. Renaming it after you've done some modifications to it will not work. And this is going to make us a stonebound reinforced one. Lumber axe. Let's call it the lumbar. Lumber. Okay, space is kind of odd. Spacebar. There we go. Lumberjack. And there we go. As you can see, when I mouse over it, our name pops up. So these lumberjacks are freaking awesome. I know everybody's seen tree capacitator, but this is kind of a legit way to get it without some of the added disappointments from it. So I'll go back. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was talking about automation earlier. Let's get some automation going on here. We are going to try and automate the production of blocks. We're going to stick a fluid duct here to automatically pull out any liquid that is in our smeltery whenever that lever is pushed, of course. This, we are gonna need a redstone engine, which is made with 2 wooden gears, a piston, and 3 wooden planks. And we're also gonna need some cobblestone transport pipes and some wooden. Let's get 2 sets of those. Wooden transport pipe. Now it probably go faster with some gold, but I'm not in that much of a hurry, and I've got better places to use my gold, to be honest with you. So, get our wooden transport pipes from Buildcraft pull items out of inventories, and stone transport pipes just move items around. So if they're hooked up to an inventory, like a chest, a machine, a furnace, it will dump it into the first one it comes across that's not full. And the wooden ones, when you have places that you want to take things out from, there you go. They just pull them. Now they do need power, which is why we got the redstone engine. So, I'm going to run a pipe from here. Let's get this dug out really quick. Pipe from under here. Wooden transport pipe. Get our redstone engine thrown in. And then I'm going to run some cobblestone pipe from that wooden pipe over to this area, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're up and running. We've got our iron getting pumped in, getting sucked out by the wooden gear, going down this cobblestone pipe into our chest. So, automation. Alright, I will see you guys later.